We'll get through it eventually, kids. I wonder who it could be that has covered me in dog hair. Not a hair in your head or a thought in your brain. Canada, eh? Was that good? Canada, eh? I did say poor attempt. Let's be honest. Did we ever really care about the trilogy between Amanda Nunes and Julianna Pena? Did we, Pete? When Julianna submitted Amanda, it shocked the world. Of course it did. Sure. Obvs. In the rematch, we saw the fight that we had anticipated, a lopsided, unanimous decision that didn't really leave any questions unanswered for the most of us. At least we're getting something new with Aldana stepping up. Will she shock us in a similar way? Or will Amanda Nunes show us yet again why she is the GOAT? When it comes to fighting, for Amanda it runs in her blood. Her uncle was a fighter, her mother trained boxing. She took up BJJ at the age of 16 to follow in her sister's footsteps. Yep, that's right, the powerful lioness started out grappling. But not long after that, she took up boxing, and being the only gal in the place, was both fighting and taking out the majority of the men. So she moved to Ricardo Carvalho's gym, where she rounded out her game first with judo and then onwards and upwards. On the other hand, Aldana was a graphic designer and photographer and didn't even start MMA until she was 23. But for the last few years she's been training with Alexa Grasso, who just got that huge championship upset herself over Valentina Shevchenko. Before I show you mine, prediction of, I want you to show me yours in the comments. This is an interactive experience, fully immersive 3D experience. One day I will appear in all of your homes as a hologram. Hologram? Why is it hologram and holographic? Why is it not hologrammic? My turn! Aldana is a dangerous striker. Always. She may even have a technical advantage over Nunes on the feet. She has a lot of heart, and we've seen Nunes fade before. Aldana has really amazing, slick boxing defense. Amanda tends to drop her hands. Despite kind of playing catch-up, being a late starter in the sport, Aldana has almost as many submission wins as Nunes does, and no submission losses. But Nunes has beat two of the contenders that have beat Aldana. Raquel Pennington, Holly Holm. Aldana was looking good against Holly. No, she wasn't looking bad against her. You know what? She didn't look bad against Holly. Now, despite the UFC originally believing that Aldana needed at least one more win to get in the title conversation, I think this is going to be a closer fight than Nunes Pena 3 would have been. And more exciting. Aldana, so dangerous, such a great striker. She does have knockout power, and I think her best chance of getting it done is probably to get the knockout. Maybe a decision, but I think Amanda is just so consistently dominant that if it does go to a decision, I feel like it's more likely to be Amanda's hand getting raised. And I think if anyone gets knocked out, I think it's slightly more likely it's going to be Aldana. Amanda Nunes deserves to be in every GOAT conversation, not just the uterus-based ones. She's defeated the likes of Chris Cyborg, Ronda Rousey, Holly Holm, and Miesha Tate on route to becoming the powerhouse that she is today. She holds 2 belts simultaneously, defends them. She's just an incredible fighter, one hell of an inspiration, and I've seen a lot of people saying that they hope that Aldana wins. Like, I'm not gonna be upset if Aldana wins, but you spiteful bastards. I feel like this is gonna be another positive chapter in Nunes' story. And it is her story, we're all just living in it. Moving on though, there's so much more to talk about. Oliveira versus Dariush. Arguably a fight we should have seen a very long time ago.
They are off. Dietrich and Something Battle will go for that early lead, and Provocateur Prince and Charles Oliveira will sit for the moment now as they move around the clubhouse turn in this 1 mile match race, and Dietrich has taken the initiative here.
Before my boy Makachev ripped ripped the belt from Oliveira. But such is UFC. Beneil is pissed this hasn't happened previously, not just in terms of, you know, the storyline of their respective careers, but the fact that Charlie's pushed it back twice. But he says he's going to use that extra time, that extra spite, to his advantage, to make sure he's as ready as possible, he's as perfect as possible. Oliveira says he'll never watch the Makhachev fight. He's watched all the other fights he's lost. He'll do anything for his MMA career, but he won't do that. R.I.P. Meatloaf, not Oliveira. And he says next time they meet, him and Makhachev, he won't change anything. Definition of madness. He'll continue to be the same Charles moving forward. And there's that cringe factor. Charlie frickin' Olives loves to talk about himself in third person. You know, talking about the matchup with Beneil, he says, Charles walks forward. He hunts the entire time. So if you want to watch a boring fight, don't watch one of my fights. I want it so bad. Those comments in particular were in response to a suggestion that he might try being more strategic. But the Brazilian has always put himself in like the line of fire. He takes the fight to his opponents. He pressures them, he overwhelms them, both on the feet and on the ground, and he shunned the idea that he should ever fight in any other way. And as someone who doesn't care whether he wins or loses and just wants to see a firefight, yay! And we always get a fun fight from Dariush. You can always rely on good old Dariush to bring it. He says he's going to dominate Oliveira everywhere. Dirty. Finishing him inside of 3. I think Beneil has the advantage on the feet, but Beneil's greatest advantage is that he's such a well-rounded fighter. He doesn't really have any particular, like, whoa, skills in any particular area. Like, you know, Charlie Olives, his jiu-jitsu is incredible, but, you know, you get a bit of that with Dariush. You know what I'm saying? You guys know what I'm saying. He can put the pressure on as well as Charles. He's got across the board great skills. Like, yes, maybe his jiu-jitsu isn't as good as Charles's, but everywhere else he's probably a little bit better. And he has no glaring weaknesses. He's pretty adaptable to the situation that he's in. Maybe Charles the third person is hungrier than ever. Maybe we're about to see the start of his second rise to the top. Or maybe we're about to see his downfall. There are some fucking incredible fights on this card, but I'm going to stop there because you're greedy and I've got shorter videos, they're called shorts, right, grandma, coming in the next few days about Natethetrain, who would win between a bear and a moose, probably something else, but have I not given enough? Have I not given enough? Let me know who you think takes all the wins at 289. Yeah, 289. Which fights you're most excited for? Drop me a like and a comment and I will see you next week.